Amorim was given an ultimatum: join now or never. He has not been assisted by the club management in January. One signing, crap players still in the team. Do you think this KJ is a fair piece of protection for Amorim?
Yes and no. I'll say the no first in terms of look, he needs to be braver in his changes. Like I was very disappointed that some of the young players did not get a game.
You really wanted the kids to be playing today,
just for the facts that one, we're not playing for anything in the league besides surviving relegation. So I'd rather the young players given 15, 10 minutes just to see what they can do, see if they can adapt to the system and play with the senior players. Plus, you're telling me Casemiro needed those extra 10 minutes, 15 minutes that he was on the pitch for. He didn't need that, bruv. Like, you could see he was dying.
He almost scored at the end, to be honest, to Amorim. He
almost
scored at the end, bro.
Everyone almost scored today and we didn't. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think you need to do that. But in terms of what he's come into, I sit there and look. It's like, if you give Amorim Spurs' squad and give Ange Man United squad, who wins this game today?
You're assuming. That's a big assumption.
No. It's going to be Amorim. You know why?
Just doing ifs, buts, and maybes.
Let me finish what I'm saying, man. Shut up, man. My head is gone. Everyone shut. Flipping hell.
Imagine losing your head on this stream, bro. What are you doing?
Listen, the reason why I say that is because Spurs, I don't care what anyone says about Spurs as an entity, as a club. Their squad is better than Man United's. Their squad has more synergy than Man United's. So put Amorim in a squad that has synergy with players and profiles that actually work together. Guess what? He will probably win this game. The reason why Man United are one of the biggest reasons why we're in the position that we're in, because this squad is a load of ass put together in a bag. That's what it is. And none of the profiles fit each other. None of the profiles work. And you know what's funny? One of our best players today is Dorgu. Why is that? Because his profile fits what the manager wants to do. One of the only players whose profile fits the manager wants to do. And oh, Lord beholds, he doesn't look too bad because he can do what we're asking for. It's on the club for bringing this man in before a new season. It's a club's fault for sticking with Ten Hag and not bringing him in the summer if this was their guy that they really wanted. That you can't blame him, Amorim. You can blame some of the tactical things that he's doing wrong. You can blame some of the selections that he's doing wrong. Fine. You know what? Screw it. I don't care. If you want him sacked, cool. I don't care at this point because the same people want him sacked also say in your sock and therefore think they're gonna fail anyway. So it doesn't matter who we have. People are just gonna be mad and complain. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think we need to literally get to the summer, sell who we can sell, and bring in better profiles that fit together. Because I guarantee you, Spurs' squad, Amorim with Spurs' squad, finishes better than Man United anyway.
Yeah, that's the thing about sacking the manager for me. A lot of the people that want the manager gone also think the club's run badly, even with Ineos here, which I get. So I don't see the point of going on to an eighth manager. If Ineos are truly Glazer 2.0, why are we going on to an eighth manager? I would rather... This is what Amorim said after the game. He said the difference between the game is they scored and we didn't, and we had the opportunities. I'm not worried about my future. I hate to lose. That feeling is the worst than being sacked. But I am confident on my work and just want to win games. I have a lot of problems. My job here is so hard, but I stick to my beliefs. And the reason I'm backing it, and I don't care whether this sounds delusional or not, is the previous 3 or 4 managers didn't stick to their beliefs. They succumbed to them. They adapted to the players, and we didn't progress. The only reason that we've fallen this low now is because for the first time, we have someone who is sticking to their principles, is going through the hard times, but it's after 5 previous failures, a Frankenstein squad, a club financially broke because of the previous failings. And this is what's mad. People want to go and do... People are doing Woodward revisionism, and they want to go back to what we were doing under him, which has put us in a broke situation with a poor squad that never progresses. So I don't care. If you've got a better solution, then find a manager that's got a belief, stick to his principle, come rain or shine, build a squad over 3 years, and let's see where we are. I can't guarantee it's going to work, but give me a better solution. Give me a better solution than that you think will yield better results. And it can't be bring in a Conte and spend loads of money, because there isn't loads of money. So you cannot spend.
So how in the same breath you're saying that bring him what he wants if you say there's no money?
So again,
can you clarify this, please?
I can clarify it. So we all know for a fact that Antonio Conte doesn't want Dorgu. We all know for a fact that he doesn't want young players. Jed Spence is only starting to play now at Tottenham because Conte sent him away. Jed Spence should have been bled into this Spurs team as soon as he arrived because he's excellent. Conte is not going to want. He doesn't want a Mainu. He doesn't want Mainu. He doesn't want a young player. He wants ready-made established stars. Man United could have gone down that path 7 or 8 years ago with the squad we had and the cash reserves we had. We could have gone, look, we've got Pogba, we've got Zlat, we've got these players. What we'll do is Conte comes in and we'll go out and drop 300 million on 4 ready-made stars to give him. That's what a Conte needs. We can't do that anymore. We don't have the squad for it. We don't have the spine for it. We don't have the money for it. We have got to go a different way. So again, that's the only caveat I put to the solutions to what I've suggested is tell me what else we could do that you think. I don't care about, we might get 10 more points this season, because it's actually mad. Look at the first 13 games of all managers. Ollie and Ragnick are the 2 highest in the first 13 games, and they're probably the 2 lowest ranked managers of all. I don't want that knee-jerk kick just to fall off again in a few months. What's the solutions, people? Let me know in the comment section, but I guarantee this is what I get. I bet I get more abuse. I get words like copium and hopium, and I bet I get dug out about being an Arsenal fan, as opposed to anybody actually being able to articulate a challenge to my point. I guarantee it. Guarantee it.
I'll ask a genuine question.
Yeah, go on, mate.
Because spoke to KG, obviously, before the game, you weren't confident. Staffy, I know, like, you love Ange, so I'm sure you knew what was going to happen today. Ange was going to school your manager. And then, Terry, you're just a smart Manchester United fan. I expect you to know better. You didn't. Most of you guys didn't have confidence today. So why would you be angry at the loss? Like, it was expected. No, I'm being genuine.
I'm not angry at the loss. I'm angry at the loss. I'm okay with the loss. I expected us to lose. This is how talk when it comes to Amorim right now, and United is always going to be disingenuous. We just lost arguably our player of the season on an injury till the end of the season, and it wasn't mentioned once. Not a single person gave us an excuse that our best player, who's been bailing us out, you're laughing, but it's true.
Arsenal fans haven't been allowed to mention Saka. They haven't.
But look, nice. I love that you said that. How good are Arsenal and how good are us?
I know.
We've been called a one-man team.
The problem with your club is there. Why are you relying on a 20-year-old to lead you forward? Why?
But that's the point. That is the whole point. That is actually the point. I'm happy you said that. How we got here is not what I'm discussing right now. Everyone knows that we are Ahmed FC this season. He gets injured, and not a single person said they lost their best player. And you're trying to compare us to Arsenal. Arsenal, yes, of course, Saka's their best player, but they're a much better team than we are. So you're telling me a team that's already shit, that no one rates, lost the only spark they had this season, and that shouldn't be used it's going to be called as an excuse. This is why I say there's a lot of imbeciles that speak about football. And this is the only reason, I'm not going to lie to you, the only reason I even still go on YouTube is because I just have to fight these imbeciles. And that's the nicest way I can say it. I can't be disrespectful. I'm just going to call them imbeciles. Not a single person will say, you know what, this team is already crap, and they lost their best player, and they didn't sign anyone bar one person. You know what, maybe there's something more than just me blaming the manager. No one will do that. And no one will do that. Because you know what, it's not fun. It's not fun to come here on the terrace, whether you're on the pen or in the chat, and say that. It's not fun. You know what's fun? To say he's Village Bosch 2.0, to say Ten Hag was better. Those things trend more. Those things stick with people more. Those things generate more engagement. But I'm not going to sit here and say that. And I'm not going to allow some of these crap players to get away again with this job. I really won't. I really won't. I will be here. The day Amorim gets sacked, the day maybe I'll probably stop coming here. I'll be honest with you. Because I will not, another manager. It's not even the idea of Amorim. It's the idea that another manager gets to survive this shit.
And that's the irony in it. It's not even about Amorim for me. I'm
It could have been
detached
anyone
from,
else. It could have been KJ.
I'm
It could have been
detached from who the
Kate would be our manager right now, and I'll say the same
I'm
thing.
detached from the point is a lot of the United fans have already turned on him, especially the content creators that are doing it. These are the same people that for 11 years have said, sack manager A and we can win the league. They've been wrong about every single situation. And we all get things wrong, and that isn't the problem. It's their solution is to do the same thing that has led to the continual failures. That's all I'm asking for here. I want to do something different. And there's a super chat here that come in that says, but if Amorim keeps losing, he might get sacked. Yeah, he might. He might. And I still want to continue in the same direction. We've started something, finish it. That's been our biggest problem in 11 years. We start something and we've never finished it. The odds you look better under Rude with some players. Look, and that was a short-term fix. Rude's currently at a point where it looks like, he's gone to Leicester and won one game since he's been there. Ironically, against Tottenham, I think that was, which is just crazy in the context of everything. And they're talking about sacking him before the end of the season already. And again, that would have just been papering over cracks. And yes, we could have. This is what's funny. We could have done all that to the end of the season, finished 10th, won no trophies, and then Amorim comes in the summer, and we start this process from then, and we start the new rebuild from then, and we start the season looking how we're looking right now. So and then everyone goes, "Oh my God, should have stuck with Rude anyway." Man United fans are not built for what we've got to go through. They don't even understand what we have to go through on the field of play. It's crazy. Let Kate speak. It's a snooze fest now. That was a bit earlier, but yeah, Kate has obviously spoken. Jerome here says, what I am saying, Mo, is it does not matter who the manager is. The quality of the player that we think is great, they are just average. Excuse me if I believe Ange excuse me if I believe in Ange the same way Tell believes in Amorim.
I never said that Spurs players are crap, actually, so I disagree with you. Your players are not average. I believe just Ange's system is suited more to a more established team, and Spurs are not established. And I think Daniel Levy is the one that is making your club look like this with the mentality, the structure, the way he gets players and the young players. It's not about Ange is a good coach, and I always said that. Said that he's a good coach. He just needs if Ange tomorrow is coaching Arsenal or coaching Manchester City or Bayern Munich, it would be better. I'm sure they won't be 12th, to be honest. I'm sure they won't be 12th.
I hear that. Blaze here says, Tell, I know you are fine with riding it out, but this is where we disagree. I think next season will then come with massive expectations. He won't deliver, and it's time wasted.
What are the expectations?
Yeah. Well, the expectations from me were that we're much better than we are now. However,
not 15th.
Yeah. However, Blaze, this is where it isn't a waste of time. Let's just say we bring in 3 or 4 brilliant players. We're looking a lot better on the pitch, but we're still not getting over the line. And we go, maybe Amorim is the problem. To a degree, I'm okay with moving on from him. But whatever the project we start, and I'm talking, I don't care about us knowing what the name of it is. We shouldn't know the name of it. It's internal. Whatever the style of football is we're trying to build, and the profile of players that we invest 100 million, 200 million into in the summer, we must continue. The only time it's wasted is when we do what we've done the last 5 managers, where we invest 400 million quid to build whatever they're trying to build, sack it off, and then go in a new direction, and then not complete that build, and then not complete that build. I'm talking squad builds here. So yeah, I get the point that Amorim shouldn't be able to survive regardless of his win ratio over a prolonged period of time. What I'm talking about is sticking to a plan. Yes, you might have to change the coach. Yes, you might go, oh, fucking hell. Imagine Pep threw all of his philosophy out the window because the first goalkeeper he bought didn't work. That is a microcosm of what I'm talking about here. You have to stick to what you know and believe, and you keep adding the players to the squad and maybe even change the manager once or twice to build something. Spurs' biggest mistake in the last 8 years wasn't sacking Poch per se. It was going from Poch to Jose. It was a 180 on what they've been building. The players and the profiles are different. Then they started building this squad for pragmatic managers, and then they've gone back to Ange. They should have gone straight from a Poch to somebody like an Ange, and I think they'd have won something because they were so close. That is more what I'm talking about here than just sacking managers per se and starting all over again. But that's the context a lot of rivals miss about Man United. Terry, if you believe in this process, don't ever bring up the Maresca topic again in your show, please. Well, that's not how it works, because I don't think Maresca should be sacked. But just because I don't think something doesn't mean it won't be a talking point on my shows, because that would be very strange, King Prince. My opinion doesn't dictate what we talk about on the shows.